Hello, 𝐂𝐓. Today is another edition of 𝐂𝐓. I tell you, I go literally everywhere and anywhere to give you the best view, anything information in the world. So today, I'm sitting with someone you'd like to meet. I like it when I see when Africans are bridging the gap, going out there to do something great and exposing us to the world in the right path. So today, I'm with someone that I won't say exactly his name. I'll let him introduce himself to the house. Yeah. How are you doing today, sir?
Good. Thank you very much, 𝐂𝐓, for inviting me. My name is 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐓. I was originally from Ethiopia.
Wow.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon and have been in Doha for the past 16 years.
Wow.
And the first 10 years I was working in one of the biggest private hospitals and managing the department at the head of the orthopedic department. After 10 years of service, I decided to branch out and do something for myself.
Wow.
Because I had a dream of building up an orthopedic service. And so 6 years have passed and Doc was born in 2018.
Wow. And ever since then you've been existing here in Qatar?
Ever since, yes. I came here to the country in 2008 and worked for about 10 years.
And a doctor in a hospital?
Yes, I was the head of the orthopedic department and managing one of the biggest private orthopedic hospitals. And after that, I've moved to establishing a musculoskeletal center, an orthopedic practice. I found a gap in the market where a subspecialty orthopedic practice is not available. So I put a plan together where you go and see an orthopedic surgeon in the setup. Not only one, but you have all the orthopedic subspecialties under one roof in a boutique setup. So we've built up that practice now. We have about 15 orthopedic doctors under one roof.
Brilliant.
And this being now the biggest private orthopedic practice in Doha. And that has phenomenally grown over the past 6 years. And the concept of it is really bringing musculoskeletal care under one roof. And not only the orthopedic subspecialties are there, but we are providing also a rehabilitation program. And that includes physical therapy, includes osteopathy, chiropractor, hydrotherapy, and exercise program. So patients don't need to go anywhere else. They will have their treatments under one roof, supervised by the specialist doctor, which is on the same floor.
Wow.
And also we added an imaging service to this care because as an orthopedic surgeon, you need an MRI scan, X-ray, CT, ultrasound. We have the most comprehensive imaging service in the country, ranging from a 3 Tesla MRI scan, EOS, all in one. CT scan, ultrasound, X-rays, and so it has made a patient experience a remarkable one because they do everything under one roof in a very boutique setup.
So, sir, what the idea behind Doc?
Doc is very interesting. So most of the time what happens in the medical field is that the doctors don't have money. So they go out to an investor to find money and do. And usually when that business is run by somebody who has the money, you have to listen to them and do according to what they want.
Exactly.
So I thought that a business would be more successful if it's run by the doctors. So I said, let's name it Doc. So Doc is a doctor, run by a doctor, managed by the doctor, and funded by the doctors. So Doc stands for there, and it's a good name that stands out. And also we live in Doha, so it's Doha Orthopedic Center. DOC stands for that as well.
Wow.
And the background, our clinic was that in 2018 I bought a dental clinic and converted that in orthopedic practice. And that's why dental and orthopedic center. As well. So all that concept under one roof, and it's called Doc.
Doc, brilliant. So now you've actually done well for yourself here. What are the big plans for people in Africa?
Well, that's a very interesting thing. I just recently came back from Addis Ababa.
Wow.
And we have been having some patients coming from the African continent for treatment with very positive results that went back. And my ambition has always been, how can we transfer this technology in a subspecialty center where patients don't need to travel abroad, where currency is a big problem. If you bring in this concept into Africa with, the weather is excellent, the people are great, the culture is good, there's diversity, it brings a lot of business. Not only that, you'll be able to train the younger people who are ambitious. You know, they don't need to travel abroad. They can have their training within that setup.
Perfect.
So the idea is really to bring top-notch service to Africa, and then hopefully at some stage it can get distributed in all the continents, in all the countries in the continent of Africa.
Wow, brilliant. So now, having been here for this long, what moment that stands out for you most in your experience serving here?
It's the most astonishing or an experience that I see as a doctor is when you see people suffering from injuries and coming back and seeing them after 4 or 5 years at the road or somewhere and say, tap on my back and say, "Doctor, thank you very much for the service that you have rendered. I still remember the service that you have given." There is nothing better than that, you know, giving a reward for patient and appreciating and thanking you for the service that we have rendered. So that has always been the blessing in the service that we provide, and that is something special. But you know, in addition to that, seeing a service like DOCA, musculoskeletal center, building up something unique, you know, within that specialty is very rare to find the kind of setup that we have even everywhere, anywhere else in the world. So you can actually do this in some country, you know, in a small setup, in a small country, in a very competitive world. So, and that makes you proud that you have actually done something, you know, worked hard for it, and you can actually see the outcome, the result of it. And now we are talking about how do we work on getting it into other parts of the world.
Yeah. Wow, brilliant. So for people out there that would like to come experience this here in Doha, are you guys open to receiving new people to come?
We just started medical tourism. We started in Ethiopia because a lot of the patients have been coming from there, and we just landed a very successful medical tourism event.
Perfect.
And the idea was that, you know, rather than people going to Thailand or the UK or the US or Germany for treatment, they can actually come to Doha because it's very close, you know, to fly from Africa to the Middle East. And they'll be treated by one of their own and have a really an excellent experience. And that would be a launching pad for what will happen in the future. When people start to come here and get the treatment, feel very comfortable, the next reaction I would hope, you know, from the governments of an African nation will be, why don't we have this thing in our doorstep? So we're using that, you know, for the future opportunities.
Perfect. Wow. So for doctors out there that want to be like a brilliant doctor, what do you tell them to do? Should they come to Qatar or go to the UK or to the US? Because all doctors go to those places.
Exactly. I mean, you know, as a young person, enthusiastic with a brain, and you want to do something, obviously, you need to look at opportunities where you can do. Because that was, you know, having an excellent, successful surgeon, he'll be able to help the entire, you know, community in many different ways. So hope we're there. And at this moment in time, we're quite happy to get young people who can come and do some fellowship training program with us. We'll support them. And eventually the same guys will be able to return back and working with us in building up that unique service in Africa.
Perfect. Wow, this is nice. So I wouldn't want to take much of doctor's time, you know. We are opening this company and this commission to the world. You want to meet with them? Where can I meet you guys, actually, your meeting point? Is it Facebook, Instagram, website?
Instagram and the websites and everything.
You can reach out to them. They are really excellent. I experienced their hospitality when we were at the forum, and it was just excellent. So guys, and I usually end my vlog with them speaking their language. And doctor is actually from Ethiopia, one country I can't wait to visit, you know. Yeah. So which one do you fall into? Which language? What do you speak?
I speak 2 Ethiopian languages. Afan Oromo, which is a language spoken by 50% of the population, and Amharic is a language that's spoken all over the country.
Okay.
And
So
so
so you speak that one.
yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
come experience the beauty of Qatar. And I forgot to ask, but I'll leave this. He's been here for 16 years, so you can write them and ask the questions for more things you want to get from them. So
Absolutely.
come experience the beauty of Qatar. If you can say it in your language,
Yes.
that we are here waiting for you.
It's fine. I'll say it in 3 languages. So
Perfect.
Yeah, come to Doha, one of the most beautiful countries in the world.
Yeah.
And we have a complete setup of orthopedic service in our center here. Come enjoy it. Say it in Amharic. But ወደ ዶሃ ነው በጣም አሪፍ ሀገር ነው አስገራሚ ሀገር ነው የኦርቶፔዲክ ሰርቪስን ለመጠቀም ኮታ በየከነላላ ዶሃን ባየ ብየበረዳ
Wow, that was nice. I wouldn't want to stop. Thank you guys. I say goodbye for me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.